Welcome to my diary, beloved. I'm Tatami, and today I want to talk about how war bothers me. It bothers the shit out of me, and I don't understand why it doesn't bother the shit out of everybody else. I don't understand how people speak on it with just callous tones, which ultimately undermine the destruction that bombing other people has, short term, long term, whatever. It just feels like we just brush over that. It bothers me that time and again, person after person, over and over again, it doesn't matter who it is, their side will justify total destruction and annihilation, things that change human lives, the trajectory of individual lives completely, in seconds, irreparable. You can't return. Bombs destroy, they destroy utterly, completely, for decades. They destroy the land. You can't just come back and rebuild an apartment complex. You can't just decide to come back to your homeland. Your homeland is gone. Find a new homeland. That's what we say every time we drop a bomb. But yet and still, it just doesn't seem to impact my fellow Americans for I did, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why we can't mentally imagine the actual physical toll of drone strikes and dropping bombs. Why we are justifying, I mean, Biden dropping the bombs on Syria, but y'all, Trump dropped more bombs than Obama. Like, the reason I don't like Obama is because he managed to kill so many civilians and children, and it disgusts me to my core. And yet, to know that Trump dropped more bombs than that, and more indiscriminate, and in his first month, that was one of the things that thoroughly disgusted me, was when he killed off a family that Obama had started to execute in completion. he he finished him off. He found the daughter somewhere at a boarding school at like 14, 13 years old, and executed her. And I just don't understand how we are so numb to the execution of humans, to the execution of people's homelands. Their kids can't return here. Their grandkids often can't return here. I just don't understand how we've gotten here. How is it this hard? What is the level of lack of education, of relationships, of society, of being a neighbor? What is missing that we are okay with this? And honestly, him beginning the bombing people against literally a war crime. Like I said, all of our presidents have been war criminals for at least the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them, and nothing has happened. There's no consequences, and that escalates to no consequences here, no consequences there, no consequences over here, no consequences back home. It's just like, it's insane to me that we are allowing this to escalate, and that we're going to justify this somewhere in our minds, that Biden is a war criminal within 40 days of his inauguration. Within 40 days of his inauguration, he has chosen to be a war criminal because there are no consequences, because we don't vote for other people, because we consider that kind of war criminal a lesser evil to this kind of war criminal. And I just, it boggles my mind, especially because when I look at the amounts of people who voted for both blue and red, I see an even bigger sea of people who didn't vote at all. And I wonder what it would take for you to stand up and do a duty for your country and vote for green, and vote for people who are looking at that in the eye and are totally disgusted by it. Because I honestly, first of all, Green Party is high level in other countries, but also because I don't believe most Americans want this. I don't believe most Americans want to be funding the crap, the terrorism that our country is doing to other countries. I don't think most Americans want a base in all but one African country. I don't think most Americans want to be funding coups in other countries, because I think most Americans want to be having funding here. They want the fucking crumbling infrastructure around here to be fixed. They want their kids to have a better education. They want to look around when they're 90 and feel fucking in some way satisfied that something has changed for the better. And there's nothing that us continuing to terrorize the rest of the world and make enemies in the rest of the world is going to do that. I think anybody, I don't think it will create anything good for our country, and I don't think it's for any citizen in our country. And so therefore I wonder why we are standing by silently and watching this. Don't be silent with your vote. Next time, if you did this shit with Biden, please, beloved, please stop voting for this. You knew what this guy was going to do. You knew he was going to continue the long honored tradition of terrorizing the rest of the goddamn world. I don't know, y'all. I'm so mad. I'm so mad thinking about other people being bombed. I'm so bad about thinking about other people suffering. It's just gotten so tiresome. And I don't know, I'm glad that I voted for green. I'm just glad that I voted for green, so I don't have to feel that total guilt. But I still feel the guilt because I'm here, and because I live this, and because every time if I work, if I buy something, I'm funding this. Period. And of course I work, because I've been working since I was 18 years old. I was, prior to 18 I worked, but it was like under the table with my mom. But I've worked in the system and paid my taxes since I was 18, and I've done all of those things that I was supposed to do, and by doing that I fund these systems. I fund apartheid, genocide, and coups worldwide by existing as an American citizen. And it disturbs me. And that's why I vote the way I do. And that's why I think the way I do. Because bombs bother me. Do they not bother you? May your ancestors and spirit guides be with you at every crossroads, beloved. I'll see you next time.